And that's it. We have cut over from the beautiful music, copyright-free music, I might add. And we are live here on Myth Brigade. Can you guys hear me okay still?
Yep.
All right.
Hoorah.
So we are here playing Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, a homebrew campaign called Vile Dawn with some super somethings. I don't know that they're heroes. And we actually are on schedule. So it was only 2 weeks ago that we got together, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. That's
amazing.
Cool. It's almost a record.
2 sessions on time.
Yeah. So I'm going to go around the horn and get the vibe going. I want all of you to be thinking, because I'm going to call on you to give me what's been going on with you. We'll do that real quick. And then I want to know what's the last thing that your character remembers, because we were right in the middle of an encounter, if you recall, in the midst of this office building, and there were two sort of fronts of action. So we'll get into that. But I'm going to start out with Garrett. Mr. Thorg Smash, what's going on? What have you built in the last 2 weeks? Like a rectory or a granary or a...
No, a full Gothic cathedral.
Nice.
No.
Just in the back
I rebuilt Notre Dame in my backyard.
Breast milk.
No,
Did you just say breast milk?
Grist milk.
Okay. Now I understood. Sorry.
Ambergris.
He didn't
pretty far from the ocean.
He already had it. He already had breast.
Yeah, so what's been going on with you in the last 2 weeks, man?
Oh, no, still same projects. Yep, that's just prepping the sites and figuring out how much it's going to cost me for lumber.
Well, that's fun. Lumber is fun.
Yeah. Kids are back in school.
This is a good thing, man. You have room to breathe. They're learning, you know.
I'm at work while they're at school, so my wife gets more breathing
Is
time.
she? Please tell me that she's playing Baldur's Gate 3. she's just like, yeah.
She's not a video game person, so no.
All right.
No.
Well, fair enough. We're glad you're here. Tyler, what's going on with you, man? It's been 2 full weeks. Cool things must have happened.
No, it's been a pretty relaxing. I had a couple days off, and that's about it. Yeah, just hanging out playing Baldur's Gate 3.
See, there we go. Part of the cult. I'm convinced. James is like, yeah.
It's good. It's unbelievable.
That's a good segue to Mr. Payne, and I love. Isn't it cool? Like, I wish my last name was something cool like that, and I just like. What's up?
Doing well. Also playing Baldur's Gate 3.
How's your bard?
I'm near the end of it.
Have you seduced anyone yet as a bard?
No. I've convinced people to kill themselves though.
Well, that's kind of like you seduce, like you by way of toxic relationship, or just like with a chat. Is your music that bad as a bard? Like, how does that work?
I use the music to distract people while someone else pickpockets or robs another place behind them.
Well, this is good insight into your personal life, there, buddy. I'm glad though. So you're almost done with it already, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna jump on Starfield with me as soon as
Probably, yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, Mr. Eric, the Zoom updater.
Yes.
You have the most patched computer ever. Good for you. So what's been going on with you in the last 2 weeks?
Mostly work, gearing up for another trip to London, and spent the day taking numerous things apart and putting them back together to try to make them work better.
Could we rewind and okay.
then patching them.
Okay, so let's rewind.
Yes.
You took some things apart and put some things back together. We're talking toasters, or you got like your blender's weird, and you
Treadmill, Roomba, toilet paper roll holder in the bathroom. I mean, just
that. Okay, let's rewind.
Things that
Again.
needed to be fixed.
Like
So-
Are you
Honey,
on
I
like
Shrunk the
BattleBots?
Kids.
Are you on like the next episode of BattleBots or something?
Yeah.
Nope.
So you
Nope,
took
just
a
the
whole
Roomba-
treadmill apart, Eric.
Yes.
Tell me you did the toilet paper roll first.
No, the Roomba first because it was quick and easy.
What the toilet paper roll wasn't? What kind of toilet paper holder roll thing do you have?
It was highly advanced.
Well, the one that used to be there was like a big ceramic thing that was plastered to the wall, and many years ago we ripped that off the wall, and the people that replaced it did not do a great job patching the wall, so so it broke loose and I was fixing it.
Well, cool.
Yes, but there's some mortar in the inside of the wall that squeezed out between the blocks when they were building the house, so it's a pain in the ass.
That's a lot more than a toilet paper roll, if I'm being honest, Eric. That's like structural, which makes me feel better about the order that you approached it in, because I've seen those things and they're not hard.
Yeah, but I just had to move it over, mostly just drilling new holes, finding a stud to connect it to, and all that kind of stuff.
I've
So
never
it wasn't a
gotten
big
up and
deal.
been like, I think I want to move my toilet paper holder over just a little bit, so I don't have to reach as
Well,
far.
it wasn't working because it wouldn't stay together. So
I'll let you go
it
on
was
that one, man.
so I had to move it.
It's just out of reach.
Okay, so
You can just put your finger. You can just put your finger in the end of the roll and pull, and it'll like.
No, it was like you go and you try to pull some toilet paper off the roll, and if you yank too hard, it would like come apart and fly across the room, kind of
that
thing.
sucks.
So,
I mean,
Yeah,
you got really
so-
shitty toilet paper.
I think I would like to propose, ladies and gentlemen watching the stream or watching this on YouTube afterwards, in the comments below between 1 and 10, please rate how likely you think Eric is to come with his update next time we play and say, well, I injured myself on the treadmill because I did something weird and it shot me across the room and I hit my head on the toilet paper holder because I landed right where
different
it was.
rooms.
Okay, well, cool.
The treadmill is not in the bathroom,
It's really, really hard.
and the toilet paper's not in the office.
Well, good.
I'm going for toilet paper roll, and he's in the shower.
All right.
It's like a weird episode of Clue.
Yeah, it's so good. It'll be a one shot. We'll write it up. Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for that. Always makes me happy to hear what you're doing. So this week we recorded. We're recording an acoustic record, which is really strange for us. But we recorded banjo with a band.
Nice.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, with a banjo guy. I mean, I'm sure he has other hobbies or whatever, but he's actually a banjo guy. So he came in here and he's a real country guy, right? And I'm sitting here doing the computer stuff, and I was like, "What do you think?" And he goes, "I don't know, man. It's your song." I'm like, all right, but yeah. So we got that
My
done.
neighbor.
Yeah, probably was. We flew.
No, I was gonna make that joke, but I was like, no.
Yeah, we flew him in. No, but it sounded really good. It's always cool to hear. I think punk rock music as acoustic because it kind of comes across as like bizarro 50s stuff or something. But that's not why we're here. We're here to play some Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. As quickly as you can and with as much energy as you can muster, starting with Blocks Girl. Tell us what was going on when we had to hang up last time. What was happening with Blocks?
I believe she was holding her Starbucks so that Mordred could hack through the door with this lightsaber weapon that can like shoot down planets.
Nice. And she, yeah.
Personal
So,
handheld Death Star. You know.
and so you're there just kind of drinking your Starbucks and like swiping up on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Mordred, what were you doing?
Celebrating my glorious victory against a door.
So you had stepped into this lobby. As you remember, there was those big reinforced wooden doors there, metal doors, I think, with maybe wood veneer. I don't remember. But yeah, you were in the process of just stabbing them and just tearing through them. And I think
our
you
magical
rolled.
skeleton key didn't work on that one, so
Yeah, I think you rolled well as also, didn't you?
yeah,
And then was there anybody else with you? I think no.
just me and Blocks.
Okay. Spectral Avenger, what do you remember?
I really need to make my instructions more explicit when I mind control people that are just getting off the toilet.
Why? What happened?
The guy shit himself before ambling off to show me his research.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then it was Mike and Rocket. Mike. Yeah, it is Mike. I'm like, Mike, how he doesn't have a weird name. It was Gundy and Rocket. What were you guys doing? Who wants to speak for you?
The crooner showed up after we took turns beating the tar out of Mite, and then threw us across the room.
Yes.
I think that's where we ended.
That's right. He
Yeah,
blasted you into the drywall.
He had this anime-looking face, this like fake, like chin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he came out and yelled in his microphone about some bullshit that I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And threw us both into a wall. And I just kind of got up and shook it off. And Gundy's kind of laying there for a moment.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go first and foremost with Gundy and Rocket. Let's come back to where you. Okay. So you have just hit the drywall hard as hell. The Ear Mite is lying next to you. He is no longer small, as you recall. He just kind of like crumpled down against the wall.
With a couple bullet holes in him.
With a couple bullet holes in him, having taken a beating. We're not sure how that's going to work out for him, but he's still for the moment.
Something had gone splat.
Yes. Meanwhile, yes, that is true. He hit the wall with kind of a wet sound. Meanwhile, the crooner has just blasted you into the wall. You've hit the ground. Let's say Rocket. Your ears are just like, wee, because it's a sonic attack. So remember, you're hypersensitive to this.
Me too.
You hit the ground and fall. What do you do?
So I imagine I'm kind of like shaking my head off, and I kind of realize the Mite's there, and I'm like, I look around for a second, and I piss on him. Fuck you.
You just little. It's like hitting right on his cheek.
You to him. Yeah.
It's just like rolling down. Okay, got it.
And then I'm gonna kind of sneak back into the office area,
around around the rest of the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Since I'm nice and small, the crooner won't be able to see me.
Yeah. So
with all this office equipment.
Yes. Okay, that's right. So you have you've hit the wall. You lift your leg and pee. He's still kind of down the hallway, if you remember, sort of down by the water fountain or whatever. Gundy, you sit up and you sit up as you hear the sound of the liquid just kind of like pittering off of this guy's cheek from Rocket. What do you do?
How far down the hall?
Let me think. Probably, I don't know, like 12 feet, 16 feet away, something like that. Not too far.
Well, that matters. 12 or 16.
Let's do this.
I can make noises
come on
too.
now.
And I'm gonna just scream, and it's gonna sound like a bear.
Oh, okay.
And a Kodiak is gonna appear 12 feet right in front, down the hallway from me.
Between the two of you.
Yeah, 12 feet is my limit range where it can summon to.
Okay, so you'll right at the end of the. Okay, good. So, I'm gonna ask Mordred for Mr. Gundy. Roll me a D10.
Yeah, let me get back to the screen.
High roll. I'm looking to see what this bear thinks about life.
10.
Oh, he's
Nice.
pissed.
Okay. So Gundy, what does this look like as it appears? How does it just like this bubbling snot wad appear in the carpet, or what? Does it just poof and there's smoke? What does that look like?
Yeah, it's like smoke comes up out of the carpet.
Okay.
And just like mists and stuff like that. So the animals, when they summon them, it kind of looks like that, like it's coming from a different realm, whereas the bugs and bacteria and stuff
Come out of
from
cracks.
me.
Yeah. Okay. So you see this thing that the smoke kind of coalesces and then kind of turns into this bristling glob of hair, which grows and grows and crackles until this bear is there and stands up on its hind legs. It's facing you at the moment. And you know how bears like kind of slobber and have that sort of big, jowly thing going on. What do you have it do?
Stick 'em, boy. He's and it's smarter too, so it's got a +1 smart, so it can actually like understand, comprehend.
Why don't you give me a smarts roll at +1 and let's see if it really understands who them is.
Well, I can also telepathically communicate with it too. But I'll roll it. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. So smart. Is that you just roll a 1? There's a 1d10.
No, that was for my 1d10 that you said to roll. Smart.
What is the smarts of a bear?
Okay. Yeah. So it sort of just snaps around, and the crooner's like, you can hear him kind of like revving up for another attack, and you have him
He
go.
stole your honey, Winnie.
Oh. Okay, so Rocket. So you're going to move around the hallway back to kind of where the front door was, basically kind of scooting and getting out of this, or what?
No, I was just gonna kind of duck for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll back in, just kind of fuck with the crooner.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna run in, like bite his ankle or something.
Okay, so I think you sort of ducked around. There's like a plastic ficus there. You were hiding there for a second. You
I'm
got to
just,
look.
like, hiding behind the shitty plant.
Yeah. You get a look at what's going on and zip around. So we're gonna let's do this. Yeah. Gundy. So the crooner is there. He is preparing an attack. He's holding off. You're not sure what's going on, but he's looking at this bear, kind of like, whoa! It's almost up to the ceiling. This bear, it's huge. Takes up the whole hallway. What does it do?
I wish I had that. I was looking for the creatures.
There's a small selection in the back of the set real quick.
Yeah, it's in the very back of the book. I think there's actually a bear in there.
Could be. But I think myself good. Seriously.
Where's a bear when you need it?
Yeah.
You need me to get it? I got a bear.
Page 180.
Yeah, there you go, James. Thank you. In this fantastic book, which is somehow still intact after all the droppage and things I've spilled on it. Did you find it?
I'm trying to find my copy of the book.
Well, here, let me just do this. What are you looking to do? You gonna have it attack?
Yeah.
All right, so a bear. So it has fighting, which is at D8. So the fighting attack that you think, if he's gonna swat the crooner, then you're gonna want to roll a D8, and he is your hireling. You may not spend bennies on him though. He is.
I can actually.
Can you? Well, that sucks. Okay, then you can. Who knew?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I actually paid for that one on one of my edges.
Ah, I hate you. Okay, go. Well,
Fighting D8.
yeah, fighting would be a D8. And then if you hit against his... Ooh. Let's see.
D12 plus D6 plus 2.
I'm just gonna change mine real quick and then roll it and then change it back. So it just rolls it like it's supposed to, right?
Yeah, okay. you damn sure make sure you change it back, though. Holy shit! I don't even know if I want to play this game with you guys anymore. Okay, so
I think
It's Roll20's fault. Roll20 did it.
is it weird or is it right?
No, it's right. It just was an exploding die.
Yeah, no. I understand exploding dice. I was just, wow.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Okay,
That's gonna hurt.
good times. So what'd you say the damage was, Eric? You're helping out with the damage.
D12 plus D6 plus 2.
Okay, well that's terrible.
Bonus points if you sing the bear necessities while he's eating them. Is he a Berenstain bear or a Bearstein bear?
Got to turn into the scene from Revenant.
That's exactly what's happening. Except for he doesn't have a backpack on, saving his fucking spine.
Okay, so his is that damage was 12?
Oh my god! Plus a D6. Oh my god!
Oh no.
Plus 2.
Yeah, so it turns out his toughness is not quite there. So yeah, and then
Turns out.
20.
yeah.
Just turns out. thing. Turns out.
So,
how does a raise work in that? Does it just double damage?
no,
or
so
is it-
yeah, you get bonus damage. So well-placed attacks are more likely to hit vital areas and do more damage. So you get a raise on your attack roll. You add another d6. So one more d6, please.
I think the berry is voice box.
I think the bear just like smashed him.
Yeah. So he's there. He's by the water fountain, right? And he's clearly about to do something interesting. You can see the air around him starting to kind of reverberate and just kind of it looks almost like a mirage. And this bear just like and slams him into the water fountain to the point where the water fountain just crumples in and water's just like and then he proceeds to grab him by the ankle. So I'm going to consider him grappled as a bonus for your bear. But your bear broke a tooth, just telling you. It did.
I need to spare.
Okay. Rocket.
Poor bear.
So he is wounded and he is shaken. So
I just stand there just in awe.
Okay. Okay. So he's there and he's and he spends his Benny as he should to not be shaken. So he's got one of 3 wounds. He's bleeding profusely. At which point, what's the bear's parry, Eric? Actually, he's going to use that ranged. Never mind. Never mind. Here we go. This should not be. Hang on. Skill. All right. So the crooner makes his attack. He kind of and lets out this horrible sound. Red Rocket, you are actually going to need to make a vigor roll or be shaken because of the intensity of this squeak.
Oh no.
Is that because he's got dog
Yes,
hearing?
both of you then.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to roll that too. What was it?
I'm gonna
Vigor.
spend a banny.
Okay.
Bigger.
Vigor. What's his fucking name?
Bigger. Yeah, there we go. Much better.
Okay. I guess I'll have to do that in here.
Can't get much better than that, unless I.
All right. What's the bear's toughness?
10.
10. Okay. So the bear, you see this sort of hole open up in the back of the bear because you can't see anything at this point but the bear, and it's kind of shimmying this big mass of fur. And you see this hole just kind of tear through the back of it as this sonic lance literally rips through, spraying blood back. It's not dead. It is going to take a wound and will be shaken unless you want to spend a Benny on shaking it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Fine. So it will not be shaken. It will shake it off and live to fight another day. So, Mordred, you are here. Now, obviously, these loud sonic attacks, you hear them now clear as day. They're starting to go around the corner. What do you do?
To block scroll, we better hurry. It sounds like it's really kicking off over there because it screams and bear noises and whatever noises the crooner's making.
Yeah.
Sounds like they got it under control.
The two of you guys join the combat, or or are you still working on the door?
We're going through the door to find the stuff.
Okay, so you're pulling chunks of door out. I'm buying myself time, as they do in movies, like that when they're welding the door shut in Alien, and you're just like, come on. Okay.
They're in the room, man.
Exactly.
Send
Okay.
a text to the group chat to see if they need help.
Oh, that's awesome. You do that. You whip out your phone, and while you're just kind of like,
I'll answer on Gundy's clone phone. No.
okay. Rocket, what are you doing?
So Crooner is doing some shit. He is grappled by the bear. I'm just gonna bite him.
You're gonna run up and
Couple
bite him. Okay.
I'm gonna use my extra actions to bite him 3 times.
Here's a bear, and then there's a
super speed chew on him. Just
It's like a fucking piranha.
do it. Give me some.
Piranha dog.
We should
Or
create
he
that
changed
as
org.
a special attack as part of your
Okay.
development. Keep
Like
a
my dog.
super
Corgi
speed
Piranha
bite.
NATO.
Yeah.
I've been putting points in fighting because I knew this day was coming. I got a 6. A fail.
Oh no, that's a critical fail.
And
So we'll stop at the critical fail. You cannot spend a Benny to re-roll that. So okay, the first one, you bite into him. Okay, I think I've got this. Okay, so you bite into him. What's the damage? Okay, all right. So you bite him. Kind of. Where do you bite him? Tell me. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
it's like the I'm trying to bite his nose.
Okay, so you come in, you're biting, you get him in the chin, and you notice the bear's kind of looking at you. And then it's like, like it's gonna like, no, you're not gonna take him. And you notice there's a little tension that pops up. And that's why that double one there, the snake eyes, as you bite him, go to bite him the second time, the bear notices, side eyes you. And totally is just like, give me a fighting roll, please, Garrett, for the bear to fend off its prey from Red Rocket.
The DA, huh? Fighting.
Yeah. It was D8. although no. So it's it doesn't get a wild die. So it's only
okay.
what's your parry? What's your parry?
13.
Okay. So it snarls at you. Yeah, and you're like, "Pew!" And it distracts him just for a moment.
It's got his leg in his mouth.
Yeah,
And his
so-
gums are up.
it was eating at his leg, and then Rocket comes in and it starts trying to defend its food. So now
It is hibernation season.
now it's let him off. What do you do, Gundy? I'm going to give you an action before the crooner acts in his moment of opportunity here.
They're blocking view for me, aren't they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just see the big bear there.
Yeah, you summoned a bear into a fucking tiny ass hallway with 4 people already in it. It's a little full right now.
I'm gonna kick the. I have to get up, and then I'm gonna kick Flea in the face.
Okay.
Not only did he get pissed on, now he's getting kicked out.
Let's see. How does this one work?
And you wear like big
not
old
even a
honking
threat.
boots too, right? You wear like big old work boots.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
just like,
They're not steel toe, but I mean still.
Yeah.
They're
Timberlands.
you give him a nice boot to the face.
okay. I'm gonna reload because I think I used quite a few bullets shooting it. And I'll start limping down the hallway.
Okay, so you slap in a fresh magazine, kind of limping down the hallway. The bears and the dogs. There's all this chaos down there.
I'll redirect that swarm too towards the crooner.
Okay, and the bear and everything else, right? Is it kind of?
Yeah.
Remind us what the swarm was.
Oh, it was the.
It was all the like carpet bugs or something like that.
No, it was the
Things that eat fleas, little
yeah,
beetles.
the things that eat
Oh, yeah.
the mites, what were they called?
ladybugs?
Like lace wing, ladybugs. Thank you. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember which one it was, but yeah, ladybugs.
Okay, so there's bugs converging as you're walking, kind of like a slow walk, slapping a magazine in. You've kicked the mite in the face, and now he's got just a big swollen eye and he's bleeding out of his face and whatnot. The crooner. Okay, so the bear has had the crooner by the leg. He is wounded but not shaken. Rocket's biting him on the chin. The bear then starts to fend off Rocket and be like, "Hey, don't eat my food." At which point, the crooner takes a moment of opportunity, and he's going to blast.
Oh, you're not letting my bear attack. Okay, I see how it is.
Wait, well, the bear, the double one My punishment for the double one was
Was that
distracting.
my bear gets distracted?
No, was distracting the bear. That was his fail.
All
Is
right.
he full
Yeah,
on
you're
distracted?
good. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Right. So that's my point. So anyway, he's and it's just everything starts to vibrate like crazy. Everyone who has sensitive hearing is going to attack at -2. And you have 2 rounds to stop him before something happens. You notice that everything is vibrating heavily.
Ooh, like the beds in the hotel rooms.
Yeah, exactly. You're walking, and it's one of these like in Star Trek, right, where they're like, oh, and they're like kind of falling into the walls, like it's that loud. Rocket.
I'm gonna begin running in a real tight little circle, and I'm a whirlwind crooner.
And the bear.
The bear is too heavy.
I mean, well, the crooner,
yes.
the crooner's under the
yes.
bear. So okay, that's fine though. No, it works. It's fine.
Which means the bear's gonna try to hold on all the tighter.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that's bear hug.
So, love it. Yeah. All right.
This move is called tetherball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait
you
till he
start to
starts
do
shaking
this.
his head.
So he's gonna need to make a strength check to not get thrown.
Okay. Who? The guy?
The crooner. Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. He's under the bear.
So I mean, his microphone.
Yep, that's fine. We'll do
the
it that
water,
way. Yep.
all the beetles.
Yeah.
Everything is just gonna get
So yeah,
thrown.
yes. The crooner is going to make a strength roll to see if he can hang on to his dealie. Oh, come on. And he does not. He's definitely. So I don't think he's okay. So he got 2 bennies left. So he's going to try that again. Yes. Okay. So this time, it kind of his microphone starts to fly out of his hand, and with his offhand, he reaches up because this one's a little injured. He reaches up and snatches it. But at this point, as you point out, the bear's just like biting at everything. There are ladybugs blasting him like BBs. Water's like everywhere. Gundy's getting blasted with ladybugs and water and whatever else.
And I'm going to do that for another turn.
Okay.
With my extra action, so
Okay.
he can make that strength check again,
Okay.
and then I'm done.
Okay. So that'll be for the next round, right? You'll keep that going.
For this one, I'll extra action to continue to do the whirlwind again.
So 2? Oh, is it a quick whirlwind and it's over?
Yeah,
Is it-
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I got it. So you do that, and then Gundy, you're walking along and like your mullet's like flopping in the breeze, and do it again with your extra action.
Yep. So
Okay.
strength checks.
I'm at it. Strength-
Unfortunately, the bear is too heavy. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, the wild die
He's
saves
good.
him. So what's bad though is he's being whipped around, and the office carpet is now coming unmoored, and it just kind of getting wet. So it's flailing and flapping around.
It wasn't glued down properly. It's like carpet's coming up.
Yeah,
like,
the broken water fountain is now like bagging into the wall and everywhere. Wow, you guys are fun indoors. All right.
yeah.
Okay, so Rocket, I think this puts you on the other side of the bear and the victim at this point. I'm not even going to say your enemy. I'm going to say the victim. We'll come back to the bear. The bear. Role play bear for me, Mike.
The bear doesn't know about the wind. He knows the wind's there and it's whipping around, but he doesn't realize that's what's making the crooner move.
Yeah.
So he just thinks that he's trying to get away. So he's going to grab him and just start shaking and smashing him back and forth against the walls, like Hulk in the Loki
Till he
scene.
stops moving.
Okay, so he's and everything's okay. Give me a fighting roll. Give me a
It
fighting
was
roll.
that, or he's going to go all the way to full stance and then do the. So,
If your character ever dies, Garrett, you could play this bear. That would be fine.
the bear has been more badass than me so far. That's for sure.
Give me
We're
that,
keeping the bear.
yeah, give me that fighting roll. Is that you coming across?
Yeah.
5. Okay. His parry is okay. So he's moving and kind of dodging around. You're biting at him, and he actually shoves the microphone in the bear's mouth. And you kind of bite down on it, and there's a crunch, but you do not hit him. this time around. Does Bears have any extra attacks or want to spend some bennies?
Yeah, I'll use a Betty. Why not?
You're down to 1?
No.
Like, I got so many bennies.
I used 1. Now I'm using. I start with 4. So there's that. Okay. So roll again for.
Yep.
Come on, big bunny. Nope.
Oh,
Nope. So yeah, he shoves this the microphone in the bear's mouth, and the bear's kind of weirded out by it. Like having knocked out my own tooth once with a microphone, it's a bad thing. So you kind of he jerks his head back and goes to bite in again, and this time the crooner just literally dodges to the side. But he is pinned at the moment and not necessarily able to do much other than prepare his attack. So that's 1 round down. Although Gundy, yep, you got action. So what do you got?
They're still blocking me. I'll run up as close as I can and just try to basically shoot him point blank.
Okay. So you'll run up, and it's easy enough to get around kind of the bear. But I would like an athletics check just to make sure you don't get like kind of, because this thing's in a frenzy. I want to make sure you don't get like slammed against the wall or something. Okay, yeah. So you kind of push yourself against the wall and jump over, and you've got a shot. You're going to be at +2 to hit.
-2.
+2. Because you are
Just gonna negate
point
your
blank.
minus.
You're -2, yeah. You're point blank, and he's pinned. So I'm going to say +4, to be honest. That's probably smarter because you're right there. So let's go +4. So net +2, I think.
Net +2.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
So where he's at? He's wounded.
Why did that show up as +1?
I don't know. +0 for this trait. I don't know. So that's
Well, it's a 9.
That should be 9.
So fine, we'll take 9. You hit him. Give me that damage roll.
Where are you? Oh man, I gotta roll all the way down here. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you an option. You can spend a Benny to reroll damage, or take the result as it lays.
Why not? YOLO, right? As the kids say.
Yeah,
right?
because you get bennies if you're sweet. I mean, if you do good stuff, right? So
reroll that damage.
yeah.
There we go.
There are
Okay.
a lot more.
He's like,
my better, you son of a bitch. Put the gun barrel in his mouth like he did his microphone in my bear.
yeah. That's. I think that's right. Right. I shoved that thing in there. What does the camera see? Is this like an Evil Dead moment where it's you just tell
I imagine the camera's like through the barrel of the lens, so it literally sees the inside of his mouth and then the hole.
Yes, the camera goes and he's like, oh, and it goes in, and then you hear, and then the scene changes. Good segue. What happens to the bear?
I'm going to.
It's pissed, if that matters, and wounded.
Well, it's not mad at me. I'm going. So I have healing, but it only works on animals. So this is perfect, right?
You gonna take the time to do that now? Because if so, I'm switching gears.
Go ahead and switch gears.
Okay, I'm switching.
Or
gears.
I'll just let it go back to wherever it came from. But I think I'll heal it first.
So I think
Go
there's
ahead, switch gears.
there's this moment where Blocks sends the text, "You guys okay?" And right about now, you hear this kind of, and things get real quiet.
Problem solved.
And we're back to Blocks. Okay, Blocks and Mordred. So Mordred, you have torn this door asunder. What you are looking into, though, is not what you would expect. You would expect more of this bright, like modern office, open, pretty floor plan. What you have carved through is like a bank vault door. Well, not quite as thick, but like this thick. On the other side, really cold air, just kind of like obviously there's some sort of negative pressure thing going on in there, like you'd find in a laboratory as well, because you're suddenly hit by this kind of draft. What do you and Blocks do?
No, I just step inside.
Okay, so you step inside. The first thing you notice, your boots are like, you're on a raised floor. They have this, I mean, you would expect this maybe from a data center, so maybe that's not super weird, but it's graded. It's not like your white tiles or black tiles that you might see in a data center. There are light panels here and there. Give me, please, a notice roll.
Uh, 11 on wild.
Okay. So, Blocks, you're just kind of stepping in right behind Mordred, so he's kind of in the way. You notice.
I still have Gundy's phone out, so I'm like looking at his.
Okay.
His playlist.
You're like looking at all his selfies and
deleting.
shit.
I'm deleting his playlist from his phone.
You're like downloading Ariana Grande on there.
Nobody listens to these fucking songs.
Over and just flicker in the head.
Joke's on you. My phone doesn't play music. It's a flip phone.
So you notice so you flick her in the head just after you notice this, right? So on either side of this hallway you step into, okay, so this it's pretty good sized. Let's say, main office double door, another 3 feet on either side of that big double door. At either corner, there are shoulders facing away from you. They're not moving. Despite all that, you just tore this door to pieces. They're just standing there. As you go to step in, that's your notice check. And you turn and flick and point at this. Blocks, what do you do?
I guess I'll pay attention to whatever he's looking at.
Okay, you like flip the phone closed. You're like, this is so retro, and like throw it in your bag or whatever. But yeah, there are, as if someone were posted guard, facing away, and relatively still, although clearly not statue, right? They're you can tell that they're pliable and moving, right? Like an entity versus a machine.
Yeah.
Or an organism versus a machine. But they haven't reacted to the fact that you just dismantled this whole door.
Weird. Okay. I guess I'll walk up to him.
You just go walking in.
All
right,
so
you step into this now. Okay, so out of this bright wood tone with like plant highlights and like really pretty office vibe, into this like dark, like Death Star prison level kind of vibe. Metal grated floors, little stripes of lighting, pinpoint dotted lighting shining down, almost like something out of Alien. You just walk up to one of them. Which one, the right or the left?
The left.
You have science, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a science roll.
I'll spend a penny.
Okay. So the closer you kind of walking up, and I have to imagine you don't just leisurely walk up. Like you're at least a little cautious, or do you just like, hey, bro?
No, I'm pretty reckless.
You just walk right up?
Yeah, I'm pretty reckless.
Okay. So as you walk up, the first thing you notice is actually the closer you get to the one on that you're approaching, you can see the one across the hall a little better because of the way geometry works. This sleeveless shirt, sort of bodysuit kind of thing. It's like made out of some sort of hard plastic, maybe, or like rubberized material. Standing there, arms are very pale and bluish almost. And you smell this really strong preservative chemical smell.
Is the hallway continue past that?
It does. So, yeah, it goes forward, and then you can go to the right or left.
Well, kind of get in front of him so I could look back at him and get a good look at what's going on.
Okay. So you step out. Mordred, real quickly, give me a notice check. Let me change this over. And if you get a raise,
4 and 3.
Huh?
4 and 3.
4 and 3. Okay. Where's that map? Oh wow, it's way down here. Hang on. Avoid showing you guys some weird. All right. I'm not dealing with the fog of war. I don't have time for that shite. Let me fix the player's view because I'm sure it's weird now that I've showed it to you guys. So what's happening is, oh yeah, actually that'll be good. Let's hey, roll 20. You ever notice that the bars? I think Tara was complaining about this. The map navigation bars at the bottom are busted in certain browsers anyway, so you can't. It's hard to move around. Hang on, I'm putting you guys on the map. All right, so we have blocks, and we have Mordred. Can you guys make sure you can move your stuff? As soon as I can drag Mordred. There we go. Can you move around? Possible?
Oh, there we go. Now I see it. I just zoom out enough. Okay.
I can't.
You cannot. Okay. Who does that?
Yeah, I can't either.
That's strange. Roll 20 changed something. Hang on. Oh, something's broken. Oh, this is because I'm set up as a player. Damn it. Okay. Never mind. When I introduce a new computer, create a problem. Okay, controlled by. This is Mordred. Represents character Mordred. All right, now you should be able to move. Can you confirm that super fast? Okay, don't go moving kind of crazy. Stay with me. And this is represents character blocks. Controlled by blocks. Okay.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. All right. So blocks, you have basically, you kind of walked up here.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I kind of walked like here. So I could look
Well,
back
yeah.
at
So
it.
so that was your first stop. So you
Yeah.
stopped here first, and then now you've kind of stepped around. Mordred, you notice just as she's like going to cross, there's like this little bitty light down by her foot, which she steps right across. At which point, there's this kind of like chime across the facility. It's like a bing sort of thing, and this thing turns around and is just like, "Argh!" It's hairless. It's bald. You're not sure if it's male or female. It doesn't really matter. It's very fit but clammy and gnarly at the same time. Its head has these little crystals embedded in it. And its eyes are very, very blank, and its jaw slack as it kind of turns to look at you. Blocks, what do? As you step around, it's like, that's what it says to you. What do you do? Byron, did I lose you?
I'm looking now.
Oh, okay.
I lost my character. So I had an issue with my character. Let's see here. Well, I don't have that out. So I guess I will. I'm going to shove my Starbucks cup in its mouth.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I have. That's what I have in my hand. So
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to do that with great force?
yeah,
Give me a fighting
it's
check.
one of those. It's a refillable cup because I don't like paperweights
Oh,
and shit like that.
nice.
So it's like one of those tumblers.
Yeah.
Has-
Is it?
has blocks on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Freedom
So-
Coffee Company.
yeah, so it's probably not equivalent to brass knuckles, so we'll just do a fighting pull, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I think
That
I
sounds-
think it's a fighting check with. All right. You gonna let that stand? You gonna spend a penny or no? You're muted suddenly for some reason.
No, it's just me. I'm mumbling.
Oh.
I'm
No, you just
mumbling. My character sheet just like keeps vanishing.
Nice. Okay, so still not quite what you would need to beat its parry. However, you do just kind of like took him in the head with this coffee cup, and he's as it reacts to that. And so I'm going to put some initiatives on the table while we're at this. Mordred, I can imagine what you probably do.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on 2 seconds. Let me just add the turns and get to the timer. Okay, there we go. So actually that we'll go to Mordred for now. And then we'll let the bad guys react, and then we'll actually draw some cards. Okay, so Mordred, you see this thing kind of turn around. The other one also turns and is like, as he begins walking toward you, as Block's girl just kind of and knocks its head against the wall, as she might like a creeper that asks her for her phone number or something kind of thing. But what do you do?
The one that Block's girl shoved, I'll grab it and like throw it into the ground if I can.
Okay, you're trying to grab. You're gonna use your sword in one hand, or are you gonna put your sword away?
Fighting, no sword.
Okay, so you just like real quick, free action, throw your sword away. Put it in your scabbard and give me a fighting roll.
Fighting.
You're like, can't I use sword for fighting? All right, so that's just enough. So you hit it. Give me. What are you trying to do? You trying to do some damage, or are you trying to grapple it, or what?
Yeah, I'm hurting it and getting it just away from her.
Okay. So you give me some damage. Your unarmed damage roll.
What's plain fighting? Just strength and a D4 or something?
Sure. I believe that's right. It's like strength plus a D4 or something. Hang on a second. Like, who would ever fight unarmed in this game?
If I die, that'll be me.
11 total.
Okay, so you proceed to tell me what that maneuver looks like as you hit him. Is it past his toughness? It is. It is, in fact.
Just like a quick jab and then grab him and get leverage and just throw him over my hip straight into the ground.
Okay, so you come in, and that actually is what puts him into this sort of shaken state. He doesn't have many, so he's going to have to wait until next round and do a vigor roll to see if he can come out of it. So you sock him in the face after him having been bashed in the face with like this hard plastic cup, and you come in and then grab him and just slam him into the grating. I picture this is a superhero movie, so I picture the grating bends a little even. You're just like, whoa, and it. What do you do once you have him down there? He's now not going to act, it turns out.
He's got crystals poking out of the back of his head.
He does.
I'll rip one of those out.
I'm gonna ask you to just go ahead and give me a fighting roll again to get up, because he's not exactly just laying there still. He's like bobbing around. So that'll be next round, actually. I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think that's fair. Okay, so he is gonna not act. This one basically starts running full bore. You notice, again, these sort of like tight, like uniformish pants with this like weird rubberized top running toward you, crystals flaring. He's going to attack Block's girl. I don't know what good that's going to do him, but, dude, hang on. I didn't pop that one out, so the character sheet went away. By the way, Byron, you can use the pop out. It works. Some days. All right, so he's gonna. What's Mordred's toughness? I'm trying to figure out if it's even worth it. Like,
24 with armor.
okay, here we go. So it's gonna get a GM Benny just for the hell of it. I don't get to spend those much, so I'm gonna spend one of my 3 personal bennies, and it kind of comes in, and I think it's sort of just like slapping and smacking and scratching and like, whatever it might do. But yeah, it's just, and it's leaving smudges on your visor too, which is a problem. I'm sorry, it was attacking Block's girl. So Block's, how are you fending this off? Tell us, like, this thing comes up behind you and just starts beating on you. How does she fend it off?
Well, that's a good question. So let's see what my is here. toughness of 8. So I guess it's like punching me, but I have like on my jacket, I have like a leather jacket that has like studs and stuff on it, and spikes. So it's like punching me, and the spikes are probably like jamming into its hand.
Nice. Okay. So just slapping and
there's
smacking.
there's like metal plates and stuff like kind of stitched into the lining of my jacket.
Nice. Okay. So Roll20 is doing something weird with the decks here. I don't know if you guys see this, but it apparently just dealt a whole lot of BCs.
Yeah.
Some BC headache powder.
Because.
Yeah, just because. All right, so so this guy, this one just acted okay. Let's come back to Blocks. So Blocks, this thing's smacking at you. Mordred has come in and grabbed this thing and slammed it down. It's right in front of you. You guys are like basically shoulder to shoulder, and there's one behind you, kind of smacking at you, grabbing at your bag, that sort of thing.
Yep. This seems like a good opportunity to turn into an alligator.
Okay. What does that look like? What does the camera see as you're being smacked? And
so as it's hitting me, like my body just literally starts like breaking apart into like blocks, almost like I'm going down to like, into pixels, like digital pixels.
Yeah.
And I just like turn into like this alligator right on top of the thing, and you just kind of hear a clank as the Lego part of me like hits the grating. As my Doc Martens turn into these like feet of this alligator, and I'm gonna grab him and then try to roll over.
Okay, so you're gonna make a fighting check. Now we got to chat about things like transformation and activation of major powers and whatnot, but because that takes a little bit of time, but I'm gonna give it to you as a free action. It seems cool. Give me your fighting roll, or alligator's fighting roll.
So the alligator has the same as me. So I'm just gonna roll the same thing.
Don't stop bragging. I can fight like an alligator. Okay, so so the first thing this drone is, it slaps you, and it seems it's got this wide-eyed kind of blank look on its face as it can't exactly process what it's seeing. You turn really quickly and snap at it though, and it's not quite enough. Would you like to spend a penny to re-roll?
I've spent what, 2? Am I right?
You spent 2.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend the 3rd one.
Awesome. And I'm going to give you an extra one back for the Starbucks cup because it's very character-ish, and the wild die does wonderful things. Okay.
I'll go back to 2 then because I start with 4. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Give me your damage roll and give yourself that bonus damage roll as well.
All right. Let's see. And so I hit with a raise, so my damage is going to be a D10 instead of a D6 for rollover.
Okay.
So let's see here. I'm just gonna roll a science roll because same damn thing.
It's super weird.
Nope. It's just 6.
Okay.
I don't do any crazy damage.
Nope, you don't. And in fact, actually, it shakes it off. So you turn and snap. And what's interesting is you grab it. The closest thing to you is its leg. As you spin around, you get a mouthful of its calf. And it doesn't even seem to react to the pain. It just sort of looks down with that same slack-jawed expression on its face. Meanwhile, overhead, you hear, activate incident protocol 33. In this, like, proper, like, activate. It's like,
activate incident protocol 33.
It's like that, through the speakers overhead. We'll see what that turns into in a second.
So I did just notice that I actually did the damage wrong. So it's damage as strength plus D6, but it's D10. The bonus damage is D10.
Yeah.
So I didn't do the regular damage.
Well, then get that shit straight.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll do this all the time.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not always an alligator.
I'm not. I've been good lately. Come on. I'm gonna can be.
You've been worse than ever.
All right. Whatever. I didn't have my brass knuckles out at all right now. It moved.
Yeah, when you should have them out. You're attacking with a fucking Starbucks cup.
That's what I got, man. I was told to calm down, so I put my kid away. Now you're gonna yell at me for not being prepared.
No one told you to calm down.
Right.
I never said it.
Yeah, no, Gundy did.
Well, that's Gundy.
Gundy told me to behave.
That's true.
Yep. Listen, For
In
one
the
time.
lobby.
Hey,
In the lobby. I'm out
you gonna
there.
roll that fucking damage or what, man?
I am. I'm trying to see what it is. Black.
He can't
Let's get it.
defend himself, defend his ridiculous actions,
Here,
and
take 3
roll.
more. 9. Eat it.
Well, 9. So then 9 will get him there. So he will be shaken. So you turn and why is he shaken? Do you figure like a mindless drone? Why is he shaken?
Because, so was he human before?
He was. All of these
So-
people were. Yeah.
He used to have a toy crocodile when he was younger.
Ooh.
And,
Yeah.
and his dad threw it away.
No, so I think it's a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like as he's looking down, that's like something you hit him against the wall, and it's disturbing his connection. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Ah, yeah, okay, good." I just realized I put the wrong tokens for these guys over here, but forgive me.
They
Forgive me.
look like Cobra Commandos.
I know they look like Cobra Commandos, but they have the V. I dubbed that in, so they're Vile Troopers.
That's pretty cool.
Biatch. Hasbro, sue me. I don't care. No,
And they
I
might.
care. I do care. Don't sue. Please, God, don't sue me. I don't need to be sued. Okay. So he is shaken. The other one is also shaken. So in theory, as the let's roll around to who's next? Who's next? Mordred, I think. Yeah. What are we doing?
As the alligator materialized, I rolled away and to the side to give it some space.
Okay.
And I'll just unceremoniously just grab the one I was on and pick him up and reach around and try and pull the crystal out of the back of his head.
Okay, give me a fighting check.
Give that guy a reach around. That's
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
81.
Okay. Yeah. He's flailing around. As you tried to maneuver away from blocks, you kind of had to hold him down with one hand, which really wasn't a huge feat. Then you spin around, you stand up, lift him up, grab this crystal, and you give it a twist, and it's a wet like. As you pull it out, a fairly long length of leads come out. You're like. And you literally just blood's running down from the top of his bald head, and he's like. So you have, again, you're strong. So you're holding limp drone in one hand, and crystal plus connections in the other one.
I'll just
looks like Scorpion just pulled his spine.
yeah, just drop the lifeless body.
Okay, and then you keep the. What do you do with the crystal?
Lost that. Well, oh yeah, I'll just keep it.
Okay. Got it. Blocks. We roll to you. Again, you're a fucking alligator. What does the alligator do?
It's the same thing. Just continue to try to bite him. You'd think an alligator would have a tail slap.
He's shaken. Yeah, he's shaken. So,
So I'm gonna bite him again.
okay. So I'm going to give you a plus 4, I think.
The 9 with the plus 4.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to bite him because that would actually take you into raise land.
Yep.
And where are you gonna bite him?
Well, I mean, I'm an alligator, so I'm probably gonna bite him I'll bite him in the hip.
In the hip.
Yeah, in the hip.
Okay. So you bite him in the hip, and give me a damage roll, please. Don't forget bonus damage because of the raise.
Yeah. So bonus damage because of raise. So we're gonna do this.
He's already shaken.
Probably this plus
like that.
this. So 7.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
if I need to reroll damage.
you could. Yeah.
Okay. I'll reroll the d6. You still get a 1.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Okay.
Wasted, Benny.
That's all right. So you bite him, but so he is going to take a wound, and he's still shaken. So now we're going to do some vigor rolls real quick. Let's just see if they can unshake, and that's going to be a. Yeah, but he doesn't succeed because he doesn't have a wild die. I don't have him. So the other one will unshake. Nope. Oh, wait, the other one does. Okay. Well, the other one's dead. Never mind. What am I saying? It doesn't unshake. Well, he keeps shaking. Okay. So the one that you have does not unshake itself. I'm going to ask what you would like to do to dispatch this creature.
So I was biting him on the hip. So she just kind of like his leg just kind of comes off.
Yes.
And she just kind of keeps like chomping on him.
Yes.
Like a,
That's
like one of those creatures.
like-
Just like
a Lego gator chomping.
it's
chomp,
like hungry hippos. He just keeps getting more of them.
Yeah, and the leg comes off, and then suddenly you've opened up his abdomen, and like there's guts coming out, and you're slipping in them. And it occurs to me, guys, for the rules, wild cards are the only ones who get the grace of being able to take a wound, multiple wounds, one wound to any standard whatever is death. So he dies. It dies. Whatever this thing is. So there's like a bloody, slippery mess everywhere.
I hope you can't taste that.
And I think you're still shaking your head, and there's like stuff flying everywhere, and Mordred's there, like kind of with his arms crossed, like looking down. Meanwhile, we come to Spectral Avenger. We're going to travel back in time a little bit because remember, the doctor was going out. You were looking for research. Scroll down to where your dude will be in a second. There, Eric. Spectral. Did I just call you Toxic Avenger? I better not have.
No.
Hey, does anybody want to go see that movie with me? Everything.
Is one coming out?
Yeah, there's a remake of Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, why not?
Let's
It's got Peter Dinklage in it.
Yeah, it's yeah, toxic. It's Toxic Dinklage. I mean, no disrespect. I think that's going to be amazing watching him cruising around in a tutu. Spectral Avenger. Eric, you should be able to move yourself, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you've come through this wall. And as I recall, this is all kind of happening at once. So remind you, all this, no meta, you don't know what's about to happen, all this sort of stuff. But I've accounted for the fact that your interaction with this guy has... well, he was in his bathroom, shitting, I think. And then he went walking. Oh, wow, what's that? That's weird. He went walking toward the door, right? Or something? What? Remind me what he was doing, because I've lost that at this point.
I think I came through in the bathroom.
Yes, and he was pooping.
Yes, and he was pooping, and he was surprised and got up. And
As
I
you
told
would
him,
be.
Yes, exactly. And I told him to finish his business, so he finished his business while he was. I'm sorry, I
That's
had to
right.
mind control him.
That's right.
And rather than sit down, I guess I need more explicit instructions. He just pooped right there, standing
Yes.
with his
Okay.
pants down around his ankles. So I had commanded him to finish his business and then show me his research. So he pooped and then started ambling towards the door.
With his pants still down around his
ankles.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So he has walked.
Which probably caught the poo
Yeah, he has walked.
Oh
in
yeah,
here.
he pooped in his pants.
He did. He pooped down into his.
from a distance.
Yes. From a distance.
What was the movie where he goes, oh, he peed on the bed? So sometimes that happens from across the room.
Okay.
I imagine I would follow him as he goes into the room.
Okay. So he in this state, he will not talk of his own accord because he's under your control, right? So literally, he's not going to chat with you or whatever. He just walks over, and he kind of get it like almost like a zombie state, stares down at the terminal, authenticates with a fingerprint, and proceeds to go into this database. And you're hovering there behind him.
I'll go stand over his shoulder.
Okay. So he opens
What are we
it up.
looking at?
This, what you're seeing is a like a home page for like a massive project kind of thing, right? Like, so you can see all these sort of charts and graphs and sort of telemetry as to how the systems are performing. There is a number of implementations. There is a pane that shows a whole lot of like individual line items, and there's sort of like a system health thing, and also a location thing. Give me a notice check. Let's see if you get much beyond my vague dashboard. Oh, wow.
9
Okay.
on the wild die.
So something about time for you in looking at this is just kind of slows down. You notice a couple things. For one, there's a monitor that seems to indicate the health of the recent implants. There's a pane in this dashboard that shows like favorites, like files, the files that you open all the time for this project. And it says mass deployment strategy. .doc. Hey, they use Microsoft technology skills. I'm kidding. I'm so
Make
kidding.
sure it's updated.
Anyway, so you see that. You see, again, lots of system monitors and other things. And there's a search box and there's a few other things. So, I mean, you could take this wherever you want to take it from here, as long as you can give him instructions on exactly what he should do.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the document that is the instructions for mass distribution or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I want you to copy that to a removable. Copy it to a removable format for me.
Okay. So without question, his arms kind of slack at his side, and again he's got his pants around his ankles, and they're full of feces. But anyway,
I'm not worrying about that.
he ambles over into the corner, where he does in fact find a like a little memory card.
Thumb drive memory cards, whatever they use these days.
Yeah, some kind of fancy sci-fi superhero card thing. So he puts that in the computer, and there's a warning that pops up, and it explains, hey, there's an external device that's been entered, scanning whatever, and then he copies the file on there.
Stack of floppies.
Yeah, big like this. Like okay. So he does that, and
Laserdisc.
as soon as he hits copy, his hand slacks back at his side.
I peruse the whatever folder he's got open and just look for things that might be interesting.
Okay.
And just have him start copying folders. Actually, I'm going to have him go back up one to the parent folder and just have him copy the whole folder.
Okay, good call. So he pulls sort of the project docs, and actually I'm kidding when I say it's a DOC, so don't picture a Word document. It's something more sophisticated than that you're getting on this thing. And then right about now, I guess, is probably when there's like chaos happening out the door. And he doesn't even react. He's just sort of standing, and actually there's a little bit of line of drool that goes down his face as he's just there. Because again, you're in control, right? Like he's just there waiting for his next command. So you get the disk, put that in your inventory, please. Bling. Takes up one slot. Seriously.
Someone else is going to have to come get the disc.
Yep.
You don't have a slot.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that sucks. That's
And
true.
if I tried to pick it up, I would just slime it.
That's funny. Okay. So there's this.
He has
okay.
all the information we've been looking
Okay.
for
So
But
right
I
in
can't
front of
deliver
him, and he can't get it to us.
I'm going to require, Eric, your character is going to have to actually tell someone to do that.
Yes,
So
I,
if
I
you-
know that. And I've got this
So
thinking.
if you forget,
Yes. Or I will make myself tangible and pick it up myself.
slobber and slime. Okay, fine. So what else? What else?
I don't slime things when I'm tangible.
You do what you want when you're tangible. Let's move on. What do you?
That's true.
What do you do? See this thing on the. What do you do? You're there. He's there. He's got. You can. I'm going to assume that unfortunately you can smell. Ghosts can smell. Who knew?
Yeah, well, that's fine. So this was a project. Is there evidence of any other projects on the computer when
I'm
he backs up a directory?
using him as a surrogate computer user. I will allow you to make a computer roll at 1.
What would that be if I don't have that as a skill?
Well, I'm gonna do.
I used to be really good at this.
When did you
but then
die?
I died.
Yeah, you die. So we'll do common knowledge because
Yes,
this is
but
not.
I lost a lot of my skills when I died, along with my memory.
That's okay. Let's go common knowledge at -2 then. Or
-1.
all right, you want to spend a Benny? You're gonna let it
Or 1 on the wild die. Yeah, I think I'll spend one of my bennies.
let it hang. Okay.
You got to be kidding
Oh
me.
my god.
So you're like, no, open this
-2.
one. Open this one.
So at -2, it would now be 0 on the wild die.
Okay. So, yeah, no, you just you're trying to give him too specific of instruction. Click in that field, and so suddenly he clicks in the wrong field, and you're like, no, the other field, and he's just this is getting really fucked up. And at this point, you hear this like of the tornadoes and the bear and all this kind of crazy shit going on, and there's a door.
Well, I wouldn't
being
hear
chopped
that
down.
because you said that there was soundproofing, right? I wouldn't hear until Mordred crashes through the door.
That's fair. So you will hear the door being dismantled because it was happening at the same time. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you do hear that, and then there's noise out in the hallway. Oh, somebody's kind of thing.
Just
going on.
copy everything you're working on, and then I'm going to go look through the door.
He turns and looks at you, and in his eyes you can see like this, really kind of look, and then he turns back to the computer, and then he goes to the drawer and opens the drawer and kind of looks, and he's got like there's a journal in there. There's like a Scotch tape dispenser in there. There's like a pot vape in there. Like whatever. There's not any more storage devices in there. And
No wonder he got
there's a
caught
couple.
with his pants down.
Yeah, there's a couple. So he fills up a couple. Okay. So what do you want to do after that? Spectral Avenger.
Well, I was going to go peek through the door and see what's going on.
Okay. So
While
again,
he's doing that, I wasn't really paying attention to what he's doing.
I'm going to assume there's a little drag of you getting him really on task just to sync the time up.
Sure.
But so you, yes, so you go to the door, and I'm going to say this is the moment, just please to bring things a little bit back together. This is the moment where you just, come on, scroll up, Jones. There we go. So you go here. And you go through this kind of sliding metal door just in time to see what we just described with Mordred and the others, right? They just kind of take these drones down, and that is what it is. That's what you see when you peek out. Give me a
So
notice
the
check,
same normal destruction. 7.
Yeah. But what you hear is kind of like this, because remember that you heard that there was that thing that I said, whatever the hell it was, activating protocol, whatever. You hear kind of this sound.
I assume that door is closed.
Yeah, it
So I
is.
can hear the noise from that room, but can't see anything, right?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that you can kind of, there's like movement you can sense. Like shit's about to go down.
I get their attention. Hey, over here.
All right, so, okay.
Something's
Mordred
going down in that room.
has just said, I hope you can't taste that. At which point you hear, hey, over here. We'll pause there. Gundy, Rocket, what the hell's happening back in your neck of the hallway?
So quickly, I would search through what's left of Flea and the Kroner, see if they have anything of importance. And after that, find someone to ask them where the fuck they've been while we've been dealing with this bullshit.
Yeah, so we'll assume, Rocket, that you made a quick search, and you leave their corpses there. It's a mess. It's quite a mess. Gundy, what about you? Anything special?
I'm comforting my bear.
Hey,
I
big
give-
bear.
I give him a little boop on the nose. I'm doing the healing thing on him.
Oh, nice. So, and I think
need to do a spirit roll.
I think he's making some Chewbacca noises at you right about now. What's the bear's spirit, guys? Eric, you had the bear.
Well, no, I have to
Oh,
roll.
you
it.
have
It's
to
for the
roll
healer.
spirit.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
And he's got 1 wound, right? So it's my spirit -1.
Let's see it. Nice.
So 6.
So it's fine. It's fine. You kind of, a rocket goes around the corner. So you take this moment and you actually connect with this animal, like on less of a heroic level and just kind of like heart to heart kind of thing. You literally, as you touch him, you can feel his heart beat kind of fast and furious and slow down as you calm him. And the wound on his back sort of closes up.
Don't worry, buddy. The hair will grow back. And then he starts to dissipate in the mist.
Yeah, and as he's making like Chewbacca noises at you as he disappears, like
with the
Why are you having like an old Yeller goodbye with a fake bear?
It's not fair. With the crooner with the crooner in his mouth for a snack.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, so okay. I think we'll allow that. We'll say he, just as he was dissipating, he kind of looked at you with this like knowing grin, like a bear grin, if that's a thing. But then suddenly he kind of chomps over, and the contact of that, he takes him. He's gonna show up in like North Carolina somewhere, or Canada, or who the fuck knows.
Dude, the crooner's gonna be found in the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah, he'll be in
what's
Calgary.
Bear poop.
Yeah.
Of him.
Hey, it's live to fight another day.
They're gonna find his fucked up chin, his fucked up chin skeleton, his fucked up
You do that.
jawbone.
I'm gonna assume you walk past. You notice that the ear mite is like his bodysuit is kind of like torn open a little bit, like the buckles are undone and whatever. It's like somebody gave him a real good looking at. So Tyler, I'll tell you what you get later. It doesn't matter right now. There's nothing that's gonna there's not a key to the door in there. Okay, so anyway, you all come together, I think.
I'm way slower than the corgi as I'm limping down the hallway.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring you guys in, though, just so we are on the same map at least. That would be nice. So you hear Donovan.
Wait, is Black's girl is still an alligator?
Yeah.
I think probably so. As you round the corner. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. My head just cocks like a dog when it's looking at somebody.
I imagine I'm doing the same thing, the same direction. Like we're both just like,
man, I thought you were a vegan. Stop hiding my beef jerky now. You got blood all over your face.
That's so true. You're like, oh, I didn't swallow.
I didn't. Yeah.
I don't want to hear that, man. You're too young for that.
Oh dear. All right, Mr. Gundy's up there. Who am I missing? Red Rocket. There you are. Bling. All right, Gundy. Let's make sure that you are. I don't understand.
The kids these days. I don't eat meat.
Mike Gundy, make sure you can move a little bit. And Red Rocket as well. You should be able to move.
You see little chunks of the guy where I spit him out.
Tyler, can you move? Can you move? You in control of your person?
I am.
Okay, cool. Good. Much better. All right. So let's assume that the two of you have just come in from the hallway. As the other two are looking down the hallway at Spectral Avenger, who is calling out to them. And let's, for the sake of compressing things, there's like this moment where you're like something about vegan, whatever. Spectral Avenger, what are you trying to convey to them? What?
There's something going down in that room. Point to the door across the hall.
What do you do? Who wants to do some stuff?
I'll prance over there.
I'm gonna go across the hall and look in the room.
Okay.
I'll go prance down to the room he's talking about,
Okay.
avoiding all the little bits of thing
Okay.
that Black Scroll mauled.
So.
That was in your mouth?
I'll check the other side.
Okay. So you don't know that there's another side, because remember, you don't have a hover over. But you're just going to go around the other side by yourself to see if there's anything in the hallway? Is that
Yeah,
kind of your vibe?
I mean, we could see both these hallways. I was
Yeah,
gonna look
yep,
at the
you
other one.
absolutely can. Okay, so split the party again. Good call. Actually, that's a good call, to be honest. All right. Okay, so who's not in the turn order? Hang on. Don't move yourself, Rocket. I'm trying to add you to the turn order. Add a turn. Spectral Avenger, add a turn. And did you just notice that the cards, a couple of you have?
Oh, now they're cards.
Some of them are.
Oh.
That's really weird. That's really weird. Okay. Who else? Everybody else is in there, right?
Did you have Gundy?
I can't see Gundy. There he is.
He's still on top.
Hi, dude. All right. Don't move. Bastard. I'm trying to do something, man. All right, let's get rid of this guy and this guy. They don't need to be in the turn anymore. I'm going to assume Mordred, Blocks, and Rocket. Spectral, and okay, cool. So I'm just going to try to do it this way. Call all and deal you guys some cards. Let's see if Roll20 has decided it's okay now. Trying to deal from a deck with no more cards.
How the heck does that work?
Why do you keep using all the cards?
Well, and what's nice,
I played a spades game like that.
I just click recall. I recall all cards. Unplayed already in deck. Recall all. Sorry,
Well,
this
needs
is...
a deal from a shoe.
Yeah. Roll20 needs to go F itself at this point. I'm gonna just for kicks, I'm gonna recall all the bennies. Grab what you had. I'm gonna try to see if I can sort this out. There it goes. Okay. Apparently it thought the bennies and the other things are the same deck. So that's cool. Sorry. All right. Let's start with Gundy. No, that's not right at all. I'm so mad at this thing. No, I really am. I'm kind of mad by card suit. Like, all right. So, okay, that's better. Rocket. Fucking hell.
All right.
You are first. So what are you trying to do? He says there's something going on by this door and starts to move that direction. And you do what?
Well, he said there's something in this room. He didn't really specify what.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of like walk in. I'll kind of
No,
open
here.
the door.
I gestured to this door.
Ooh, hey,
Okay.
Rocket, give me a notice check at plus 4.
+4. All right. So this is +4 to whatever it is. The 13.
You smell poopy.
Yeah, there's an overwhelming smell of feces. As there's a guy.
I have the urge to investigate, so I'm going to go look at it.
So you just glance, right? And there's this guy.
Well, that door is closed, is it not?
Not anymore, because he's opened it now. Well, that's okay. This door is closed.
Okay.
This guy is now walking. Just like you're not even there. He doesn't look at you. He's got his pants down. There's some. You're at head level because you're a corgi. He wafts right past you, going to do something. You don't know what or why. What do you do? How do you react?
He's waving a dessert tray.
Yeah, he's like.
What the fuck? But I see access to a computer. In this room?
Yeah, I mean, you glance over there.
I would
do
glance
see.
in, see what's going on in there.
Yeah, there's a workstation over there, so you notice that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate that
All right.
workstation.
So you can do that. That's your action. So you show up there. I'll give you the move. What are you going to try to do? He has responsibly locked his workstation, as one would do with Command Control Q or Windows L.
I'm gonna try to hack in.
Let's have that computer roll.
Some science.
It's going to be a little bit hard, so it's going to be -2. -2. Computer
So
use?
science or electronics?
Electronics. Science is more actual science. This is more Oh, nice. Okay.
Raise on the wild die.
What is it? What does this look like? Are you like super speed typing or some weird shit? Like-
Yeah, just super.
Yeah. So it's like Bruce Almighty, like.
I jump into his chair and use my electronic arm to pump the chair all the way up. And then I kind of like sit my paws on the thing and then use my other arms to
Stop
type.
it. Fucking stop.
Like this. It looks like this.
Yeah. All right. So
I
you.
hope he didn't sit in that chair.
Yeah. So you hack in.
He did.
You do. I mean, you just did. You got a raise. You're all good. So you're gonna hack in, but that will be your action. So you can tell me what you're gonna do next time. Okay. Next up is Spectral Avenger. So you've come to the door. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna step through the wall and take a peek in the room.
Okay. So as you press through the wall, at that point, you start to hear the mechanism of the door starting to actuate. As there's a whole bunch of these robotic things. And can you guys inflate that and see the picture? Can you do, or do I have to show you?
Yeah, we can.
They look like 8 balls with legs.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. So there are these things
Danger,
waddling
Will
on,
Robinson.
and across the front of them,
I was gonna say it sounds more like that.
and across the
It looks
front of
more like
them,
that.
in these big block letters, like properly spray, kind of, it says A.I.D.S. across the front. As they come, the door opens.
I can control a lot of things, but I don't know about this one.
So what do you do? So you look through, and they are kind of like that's how they sound and walk as well. That's kind of like
I'll kind of pull my head back through the wall to yell out to the team.
Do you
although
say-
I'm sure they're
AIDS is coming. What do you say?
yes, AIDS are coming.
They have AIDS. What do you actually scream? Do you say AIDS is coming or AIDS are coming?
I was thinking AIDS robots, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. AIDS
AIDS
robot.
robots are coming.
Thank God I'm immune.
Okay. So,
You can't infect the carrier.
Exactly.
all right, Spectral Avenger. Any other noteworthy actions?
No, because I was not really prepared to fight anything at the moment.
Okay. Well then, Mordred.
So, I think mostly I'm going to observe in case I can impart useful information.
Nice. So you move over, you look, you leave this like big snot trail in the wall, of course, as you always do. You kind of, AIDS robots are coming, which means nothing to the rest of you. Blocks, you're up here, but Mordred's next up in our line of fire here. So Mordred, what do you do?
As I guess I was probably starting to go down this hallway, and then he yells that out. So I'll just turn around and
I'm gonna need a notice check as far off as you are. They've got like these proper sound dampening stuff.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna say that at this point it's kind of at -2.
All right.
So, if you get it, you get it. But okay. So yeah. So you hear what you hear is
His head's up display.
you hear May's robots. May's robot is coming. That's what you hear. You don't know what he said, but so he shouts out something. I'm going to ask for a smarts roll too, because again, it's kind of far away. There's server room noise between you and them, so there's like smarts roll and you penetrate it.
any penalty or anything.
No. I don't know what's your smarts. Is it terrible? Okay, fine.
6.
So you're like, no, robot. Okay, he never. You're just like, he never talks. There must be something wrong.
There's a robot over there I get to fight.
I like to fight the robots.
So I'll head back that way.
Watch
My
me
pace
fight
is
the robots.
6, so I don't know how far I can cover in
That's
a.
cute.
It's 6 squares. You can do. I'm going to assume you had moved some that round because you were.
Yeah.
So you can do that plus your running die. If you're going to roll your running die. I love this mechanic, by the way, because it accounts for like the randomness of things. So you get that many extras. Jesus. Oh wait.
Two extra.
So you run eight more squares.
No, 2 more squares.
Nope.
2 more.
Nope. 1 square is an inch.
Yeah.
I could already.
D6 plus 2.
Why'd you run? Never mind. You're right, Tyler. Okay. Never mind. You're right. I was reading that wrong.
Or it's his regular move plus D6. He rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Let's
Got
see.
it. Okay.
So is that on top of what I already moved?
No.
Okay.
So you come barreling around the corner and blocks. You hear the sound of Mordred's armor like. And again, sadly, your last in initiative. I'm getting to you. I swear, Gundy, you're way back by. What the fuck are you doing back by the door? Having a beer? Some chaw?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you yelled at him when he moved, so you moved back.
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't move. All right, I won't move. Damn it. Yeah, pretty much. I was probably because I only shot the one bullet. I was probably just putting one more in the clip and putting some dip in, poking at the what's left of the alligator bites, bit stuff.
Nice.
And then that's about it. Limping my way.
Okay, so you stay back? Is that your plan?
Nah, if he can hear it, then there's no problem me hearing it.
Yeah, and plus your ears, right? So I think you hear pretty well something about robots or something.
Ugh. Man, I wish I'd have brought that damn Voidcaster thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying behind him.
Yeah, nice. You're just like, and he, like, you're moving, and then he kind of bolts around the corner, and you're like, oh yeah, you just tuck in behind him.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna
do the tap on the back like SWAT team. Like, I got you, man.
So you bring up the rear. Any action? You got your move plus an action. What do you want?
Do I know what A.I.D.S bots are?
No. And I mean, probably, I think, yeah, you heard it, but you probably don't 100% think you heard it right. Because A.I.D.S robots are coming. Like, no.
I got to see this.
Oh, wait. Gundy, you have a unique background thing I'm going to let you exploit here, actually. I'm going to let you make...
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to let you make...
that one time back in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm going to let you make a smarts roll at a -2. So 7. So you tuck in behind Mordred, and you're kind of like, you kind of snicker, because probably that's the guy you are. AIDS. But then you're like, wait, hey, it's a automated implant delivery system.
Oh shit!
And you would remember that from your time at the lab.
I'm definitely staying behind the armored guy.
Yeah. What?
Don't let them touch you. They're gonna put their baby crystals in your brain.
Blocks girl, you have. I'm going to assume you. Let's start you out back here because you had to change out of the, the alligator mode or whatever. So you reform into what? You have no context of this just yet, right?
Yeah. What's beneath this grate?
So there are cables. They're sparse though. There's some lighting. There's some underneath there. There's some a whole lot of venting. It's very cold in here, very cold, as you might expect to find like a data center. Yeah, that sort of stuff. And it's only like say 1.5 feet, 2 feet at most.
How big is the grating?
The grating panels are 16 by 16.
The holes in it.
It's about. Can you see that? It's about like that. It's but and they're oblong, so they're call it what 3 inches.
Small enough that a small Lego block could go through.
Yeah, if you needed to.
Okay. I'll turn into a swarm of ants and go through it.
Give me a okay. Give me a quick smarts check, just so I'll in the moment. You would know this as common knowledge. You can use common knowledge if you prefer. Either way.
They're the same, so.
Okay. Yeah. So the one thing is you're getting ready to transform. You realize like, okay, these grating, I could just pull this grating up. It's a 16 by 16 thing. You could just kind of lift it. That's what it's there for. There's a tool usually that you use for that, but you think you could grab it and fling it because you're super, or you could do what you want to do. Either way.
I mean, I'm not really that strong, though. Okay, I'll try to open it, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just stay in human form, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So you're, I picture Blocks as not a very large person, so her fingers are a little smaller. No. And again, this is 16 by 16 of like kind of, I don't know, Eric, what they're made out of, probably some kind of aluminum composite something or whatever, but it's actually kind of light. It's not as heavy as you might think. So you pull and, you pull a piece up.
Okay.
The one, say, right there. What do you do?
I'm going to kind of hold on to it and try to use it as a shield.
Now, remind you, it's a grating, right? So it's I don't have a picture to show you, but literally it's like, it's fully, like you could put your fingers
Swiss
through
cheese.
it. Yeah, like at any point. Like you could put your fingers through it. It's
not a shield.
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, maybe not get small.
Against physical attacks, yes. Against bullets and stuff, no way.
That's what I'm
guess
saying.
they're trying to put their little AIDS crystals in your brain.
Physical attacks. If it's trying to like reach claw arms, if it's trying to reach claw arms into it or something like that, it would stop somebody from reaching.
They've got AIDS. That's the episode title. Okay.
Crystallized AIDS.
Okay, so you have that. It is awkward to hold, Byron, because you have to kind of like put your fingers through it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to like hold it like a shield like this. You have to hold it like this.
Hold it like this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you have it. You have a shield. What do you? So I'm going to give you a free action. You just reach down and grab it. What do you do for your round?
Moves like one space. That's it.
You just step in behind Gundy. Gundy, you hear Gundy saying something. I got you. And Gundy, you kind of glance back, and she's there with this thing. And all right, so that brings us back to Mr. Rocket. Mr. Rocket is hacked into this computer. With that, I think you got a raise, didn't you?
Did.
Okay, so you have root access to this machine. It will take you the way your brain works. So I'm going to assume like you've sorted out generally where stuff is. I'm going to let you request 3 things. It can't be, give me all the data. It has to be fairly specific.
Yeah. AIDS robots, because those seem to be very important right now.
And I will assume that you absolutely heard him because you have dog hearing and you're like typing or whatever and you're like, huh? Ooh, okay.
I imagine I just type it without even thinking.
Okay, what else?
The crystals.
Okay.
So any information I can get on them. More looking, if I have to be specific, more looking at how to remove them.
Okay. All right. So let's and again, I'll give you more kind of between sessions, but first of all, I'm going to assume you're mid crystal research by the time you hear some shit about AIDS robots, because you kind of moved over there and we're hacking and whatever. Okay, let's start there. So you do find documentation and specifications. I'll let you branch out your choice here. So you can continue your research and get all the things you ask me for, or you can get a good bit of information on this one topic because of the way time's playing out here. So you can get a little bit on a lot of things or a lot on one thing.
I'd prefer a lot on the crystal.
Okay. Got it. So you're reading. Just give me a quick smarts check.
Smarts.
Oh wow. Okay.
I got a raise.
So there are some things. There's some concepts in here that you're vaguely familiar with, but so these crystals are apparently an implant in implant form. They essentially allow a connection across dimensions. And there is a very specific section with a lot of math about how to tune these crystals using very specific machines to point to a specific place. And there's some criticality, and there's some errata there that what could happen if you get it wrong, and there's like subject dying here, there, or the other thing. But ultimately what it means is that complete and utter mind control. That's one. The second thing that you get for spending your whole research time here is that much the same, if you have a large enough body of crystals or a large enough crystal of a certain amount of purity and preparation, whatever, it can be used to actually transport matter between a dimension and another. So it occurs to you at this very moment, as you knew this before, sort of, that maybe there's hope that all these heroes are just somewhere else and not all dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this moment where you're just, go ahead, Tyler.
And I think back to the cell phone, how we had that little crystal in it. So that was used just to communicate through dimensions, while the bigger crystals are actually for mind control.
Yes. And as you're like, oh, that's curious. And then you realize that like there's this side brief of like, literally with this technology, any information can be sort of transferred between these realities. So audio, video, whatever. Information, as long as it's something that can be sort of materialized in the form of energy or matter or whatever. And then there's a particular file which you find interesting that links out to a whole bunch of research papers and pending patents as well. Because why not?
And any good information on removing or like deactivating or anything like that?
No. The last thing I will give you is, and this is the moment where like your team's kind of coming down the hallway, as and the door opens as well, is that you hear this shit about, and you're like, oh, okay, a new tab, AIDS, and you're like, no, not that AIDS, AIDS. And you're like, shit, AIDS robots, and then you realize
not safe for work.
Yeah, you mistype, and you realize it's like, oh, and and it auto completes, and it's like automated implement delete. Oh, and so these machines are meant. The prototype that they're being tested with here is how to deploy these things to unwilling recipients. At large, and you find related files, and I will not tell you what they say, but please write down, because it is important that there are related files to that. At this point, it comes back to Spectral Avenger. The door is opening, you're backing away. What do you do? Oh shit, guys, you know what you do?
Find out next time.
Yeah, I apologize, but I have to. So Archer is going in for surgery first thing in the morning, and I do. Yeah. It's fine. He's just gonna lose about a half a pound or so. But anyway,
That's a big nut. Those are big balls.
Bye, buddy balls.
buddy balls. All right. So, what do you guys think? You having fun?
AIDS
Yeah.
crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Crystallized AIDS.
Yeah, exactly.
My note says AIDS-related files. Oh, there's my run, by the way.
Oh, you run. Oh,
On
good.
accident.
Oh, good.
582 inches.
That's sweet. Count
My
that.
bad.
Count that
That was
out on the
Miss
map.
Cleric. Yeah.
He runs back to yesterday.
All right. For those of you who happen to tune in or see this on YouTube later, thanks for joining us. We will get through this, I swear. And actually, next time it will absolutely come to an end and we'll move on. But on behalf of the cast and crew here at Myth Brigade, thanks a lot. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Whoa! And my mouse isn't working, so I awkwardly can't